What do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
10!
Do you think other people would agree?
They would not agree.
Why? Why wouldn't they agree?
Because she's ugly.
UJ just won the national championships. We're in Athens, Georgia right now, and we're gonna be asking students to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's see what happens. What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
A 6.
6? All right. Do you think other people would agree?
Depends on how good the picture is. I don't know.
What would you rate this girl on a scale of 1 to 10?
She's a 6. She's a 7. 7. 7. 7.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a 6.
A 6? Do you think other people would agree?
It don't matter. Confidence is everything.
Rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10.
A 7.
7?
Yeah, 7, yeah.
All right. What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd rate myself a 9.
A 9?
I'd say like a 5 or 6.
5 or 6? Do you think other people would agree?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably for mine. I don't know.
What would you rate these girls on a scale of 1 to 10?
I say she probably like a cool sound. And the one on the left, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't got no number for you. She don't make my radar. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Myself,
Yourself.
probably like a 5.
Do you think other people would agree?
I mean, shit. Yeah.
What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 6, 7?
All right, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 6 or 7.
What do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
A 6.
What would you rate this girl on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
10?
So beautiful.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Maybe 11. Maybe 11.
Maybe an 11?
Maybe.
All right, do you think other people would agree?
Yeah, I think it'd be weird if they didn't.
Go Dogs.
What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 7.
Like a 7, yeah.
Like a 7,
All
yeah.
right, what would you guys rate yourselves on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably like
AP less than a 10.
Like none. Come on, we're 10.
What would you rate these girls on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like on a 1 to 10, I give them 7 or 8.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm above a 10, shawty, you know what I'm saying? Smart, gifted, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
Can I rate Statesman Bennett out of 10? Can I rate Statesman Bennett out of 10?
Sure.
13, bro.
13?
Bro, I'm straight, but like, I mean, TCU can't hang with us. We're the #1 team in the land, baby. Go Hornets, go Dogs, baby. Go Dogs! He did it for the Dogs. He did it for Georgia. He's repping all of us. You got to give some to the homies. You know what I'm saying? You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
We may have to pay taxes. I may have the haircut of Coconut Head. But there's one thing in life that's certain. Dogs on top! Woo, 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 woo.
First of all, if you didn't know, now you know. UGA for the win. This number you wearing, I have no idea who the that is.
What do you call 1 and 1? Back to back, baby.
What do you have to say to the mic?
I say go Dogs!
Say. What do you have to say to the camera?
I gotta
Say
say
anything.
go Dogs! 2B! Yeah!
Yo, man to man. What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
The fit is clean. Got some nice shoes. Got a nice top. I saw an 8 for my bro.
All right, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna say 7.
Do you think other people would agree?
I think they would say 6.
What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, that guy is an absolute 0, but the Dogs are a 10.
Why 0?
I mean, he's not Stetson Bennett the 4th.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a 0. I'm also not Stetson Bennett the 4th.
What would you rate this guy man to man?
Oh, a 10 out of 10.
All right, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, a 5.
5? Do you think other people would agree?
Yeah.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Right now, like a 5, but usually like a 7.5.
Do you think other people would agree?
I hope they think higher, because I usually look better than this.
What would you rate this girl on a scale of 1 to 10? Girl to girl.
9. I'm gay. 9.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
7. 7.
Do you think other people would agree?
Maybe. Maybe.
What would you rate these girls on a scale of 1 to 10, girl to girl?
10 out of 10. They're
Alright.
both really beautiful.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Do you think other people would agree?
Yes.
What would you guys rate these girls on a scale of 1 to 10, girl to girl?
Oh my god, they're beautiful. 10. Yeah, 10. 100%.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh man, bro. I would probably put 7. 7. 7.
Do you think other people would agree?
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would rate myself. I'd rate myself like a 4.
4?
Yeah. I'd try 7.
You guys think other people would agree?
I hope they'd at least rate me a 4.
What would you rate these girls on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, they're both 10s.
10s?
Yeah,
Both of them?
100%. Oh, yeah, both of them.
Awesome. What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
4.5 on a good day.
What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know. I have a boyfriend, so probably like a 0.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know, like a 5 or 6.
5 or 6? Do you think other people would agree?
Yeah.
What would you rate this girl on a scale of 1 to 10?
You know, I gotta be humble. I think I'm a 7 out of 10.
Awesome. Appreciate you. What do you rate this girl on a scale of 1 to 10?
1, I have a girlfriend.
We saying a praise to our God, Sequavius Bennett tonight, baby. Back to back, and we about to hit a 3P, like Mike and Kobe. What's up?
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably a 6.
A 6? Do you think other people would agree?
Probably a little less.
What would you rate this girl on a scale of 1 to 10?
She kind of bad, bro. I'd say like an 8 or 9.
8 or 9? All right, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
The next person about to do me so dirty, bro. I'd say like at least an 8, bro.
What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think like a 7 or 8.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I feel like a 5 is average, so I think 6.
6.
6.
More?
6.
All right, what do you think it should be?
I think she should be a 10.
5 is average, and I think I'm just like a little above average, so I think 6.
We are back-to-back national champions. We are #1 in the country, baby.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video.
No, the video ain't over yet, honey. Was mochtest du van mir hören? Ich spreche Deutsch.
I kissed her in kindergarten.
Josh!
I just want to say, stay in school, don't do drugs, and yeah, go Dogs.